Hi.
Hi.
Please tell me your name and why are you here?
Well, like all of us, I think part of us at some point in our professional life had met Serge Rivet. So my name is Julie Keane.
Yes.
I'm a director of research at Participate. Participate's an open group, an open ecosystem for teachers, mostly in the US, but also internationally, to develop their own sort of learning pathways, really trying to build a system that our platform is really trying to build a system to connect teachers to one another. And about 7 years ago, we launched our own open badging system because we felt that a lot of teacher learning was not transparent, that teachers didn't really have a lot of ability to demonstrate their own competencies, that a lot of their learning was not owned by them, and especially again in the US it was very top down in terms of what they learned and when. So that is what I'm doing.
Okay, that leads also almost automatically to the next question. What do you think about open recognition?
So I'm trying to actually wrap my head around open recognition, but I think it may be answering a really big question that I've had, which is that our open badges initially was really about empowering the learner, but often institutions tend to co-opt these new technologies, and often our badges are used as another compliance record for teachers. So we, in the last year, to sort of upend that sort of top-down approach with the badges, as opposed to us being the issuer, we're really trying to launch a peer-to-peer network of badging. And I do think that thinking about that more as recognition in this way of both people in that relationship really recognizing each other and trusting each other, I think that's kind of the paradigm shift. So in our last talk today, just leading into what I learned was thinking about this paradigm shift more, and that we all really have to invest that this is a paradigm shift, which I think would be necessary for recognition to really work.
Okay, thank you very much for this.
Yeah.
And what new information did you acquire today? Or yesterday, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was really this last talk with Don Prasance and HPAS, as well as
Medicine Sans
Doctors Without Borders,
Doctors Without Borders.
And mostly I don't say the other because my French is so horrible that I don't want to hack it.
It's okay.
Which is this understanding of like how much invested are we into this roundup. And this idea of people's little fiefdoms being the thing that will undermine any real ecosystem. So if everyone wants to hold on to their little pieces of power, it makes it very difficult to build an ecosystem. So you have to really kind of believe in that vision of an open ecosystem where it is about ground up learning. And I think that's what I learned today, is how much commitment that it requires.
Yeah, okay, thank you. And what's your experience so far with the community? Have you met other
So I've met, what's been wonderful is meeting folks from all of the European universities, and I think what I take away from that as a teacher educator is the foundation in e-portfolios. So as a learning designer and as a teacher, that I don't think that background is deep enough in the US, where folks are coming to badging in particular from an e-portfolio background, so understanding the richness of evidence that's required to demonstrate knowledge, because it's a complicated thing to represent. So that I learned a lot about that. I'm trying to make sure I answered your question, but I think sort of figuring out how we deal with that complexity and also the simplicity that is required for adoption. Because I think if it gets overly complicated, then it doesn't really get adopted.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Julie.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Enjoy it.